welcome back everyone. Today we got a 2014 GMC Terrain. I believe it's got a wheel bearing out of it, the way they are stating that it makes noise at certain speeds. But we're gonna take it out and drive it, and then we're gonna try to determine which wheel bearing it is, and I'll show you how to do that later. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. Hopefully you can. You'll kind of hear a groan around, oh, probably 40 miles an hour or so. You can already hear it there. I can anyway. Especially when you're turning, you kind of load one side of that bearing. You see how it groans even worse when you're slowing down. So let's get it back into the shop here. We're going to raise it up, and then I'll kind of show you how to determine which side it is. Sometimes it can be kind of tough to narrow them down if they're not loose or anything like that. But yeah, let's get it put on the hoist, and we'll show you how to do that. All right, so we got the vehicle in the shop here, got it on the hoist. If you heard from the test drive, wheel bearing noise, I can pretty much rule out the back. It sounds like it's coming from the front. To determine which side it's coming from, just a little trick. You can put your hand right on the spring here and spin the wheel over. Usually if you have a bad enough wheel bearing, spinning the wheel over like that, you can actually feel it up in the spring. So that's one way to determine which wheel bearing is bad. So I've checked the other side. The other side's nice and smooth. This wheel bearing is bad enough where you can actually feel it by doing this. So just a little trick on how to determine which side, you know, if you're driving and you can't determine, oh, is it the left front or right front, instead of guessing, or maybe, you know, you're checking the wheel bearing, there's no play in it, everything feels nice and tight, but you're hearing that groaning noise. You know it's a wheel bearing, you can't determine which one it is. Try this trick. A lot of times it has helped me where I've thought, you know, gosh, it's got to be the right side that's making noise. This side. So we're gonna throw a wheel bearing in here, take it out for a drive, and she's gonna be nice and quiet. Woo, feel the power. Nice. A little hook here. Oops, let's do it this way. Bam. Let's push this axle back, give us a little bit more room. Thing to note, this also has a exterior speed sensor. It actually goes in the hub. It's one of those that sits behind this bearing. So it's got the magnetic strip on the back of this hub. So just be careful with that. You don't have to take it out, but when you're messing around with the axle and stuff, you don't want that axle knocking that sensor off or whatever. And they're a pain in the butt to get out of this aluminum, so just be careful. Oh, nice. It's not really that tight. Let's see if I I can get this one without turning the spindle here. Let's get the ratchet and speed this up a little bit. There she is. Oh, phone's ringing again. Busy, busy. All right, so a lot of times what I do is just use an air hammer and basically try turning this hub. You also have to be careful doing that, and it makes a lot of freaking noise. A lot of corrosion in there. You can see it's coming out. It's already loose. There she is. So again, when you get to this point, be careful that your axle doesn't get stuck in the hub and then you're pulling the axle through the spindle and knocking this sensor off. So what we're going to do is push the axle through, hopefully, and there you go. So you can see right in here is the speed sensor. Let me get you in here closer. So right here is the speed sensor, here's the axle. Again, if that is locked into the hub and you try pulling this off, the axle is going to pull into this sensor and then you're going to end up spending some more money. So try to avoid that. Usually just use a deburring tool here. Again, don't hit the speed sensor with this. So all we're doing is just trying to remove this corrosion. Clean up the outside here. Little brake clean just to get rid of all that crap. Alright, so we got our new wheel bearing here. Again, if you've never seen these bearings, there's actually a magnetic segmented strip in here. And that's what passes by that sensor, and that's how you get your wheel speed. Alright, so we got our shield here. And let's try putting it on the right way. Should go something like that. Again, just be careful with that speed sensor. Just turn in the right spot. Get our flange lined up there. Grab our bolts. There's one. Let's get these other ones in here. All right, let's see how we did. Roll up window here. Can already tell you, she's nice and quiet. All right, so this does it for another one, guys. I know it was a short video. Hopefully this helped you out. Again, like, subscribe, everything helps me. So we'll see you on the next one.